Salak, good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
And our national anthem here at Santander Stadium tonight. Ali Hanaski performing. And Matt Neal and the gang out there for the series opener tonight. The Revs in their previous two series against Camden had dropped the opener on the road both times, but had gone 5-0 from that point on. Looking to get off on the right foot here tonight, and Camden's lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Brandon Chavez, the former Rev, will lead off at shortstop. Evan Crawford, former Long Island Duck, in left field, bats second. Patty Matera, the second baseman, is hitting third. Carlos Guzman in right field will hit cleanup, another former Revs player. Ryan Strebe at first base hits fifth. Mike Costanzo is at third base and will be batting sixth. Joel Guzman, the designated hitter, will hit seventh. Jose Heel is the catcher, batting eighth. And Michael Rocket is in center field, batting ninth. Again, for Camden tonight, it's Chavez, Crawford, Matera, Guzman, Strebe, Costanzo. The other Guzman, Heel, and Rocket. As the Riversharks lineup, once again, brought to you by Flying Feet. And facing Matt Neal, who comes in 2-6. ERA is .459, 21 outings, 12 starts, 82 and a third innings, 94 hits. Opponents have hit .288, just 16 walks against 65 strikeouts. And coming off a good one in Lancaster on Sunday, a no decision, but gave up just one run in 5 innings. He didn't walk any and struck out 5. Made one start in Camden earlier this year, late May. It was his second start of the season. Gave up 7 in 5 innings. Most of that on a grand slam by Matera, who will hit third in tonight's lineup. Chavez digs in, and away we go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is down low. And we are underway here this evening, 6:30, right on time. Now Neal into his windup, and the 1-0. And there's a fastball for a called strike to even things up. 86 degrees and sunny at game time tonight. Chavez hitting at .268. And the 1-1 fastball misses high. He started off the year raking and near the top of the league in hitting, but has cooled off since. The line, the 2-1, and a rip right side off the glove of Reynolds, who laid out. It skips into shallow right, and Chavez is on. And so much for having cooled off of late. He hits it hard. Mikey laid out, trying to make a reaching, diving grab on one hop, and he got the very tip of his leather on it. Might have glanced away, and will be a game-opening base hit. So Chavez aboard. Here's Evan Crawford. And he squares to bunt and pushes it toward first. And Neal has to avert his route, and he makes the play and flips to first. Perez stayed at the bag, and it works out. Sacrifice is good. And Chavez to second with one out. Crawford pushed that bunt past Neal, and that was a really tricky play. Whether Perez should come off the bag and go for it, he might have been able to get to it quicker, but then first base would be open. And he stayed at the bag, and Neal was able to adjust his course and cut over toward the infield dirt and get to it. Made the flip just in time. Here's Patty Matera, who got jammed. Bounces one softly to first. It'll move Chavez to third, but it's a quick second out. And after the leadoff single by Chavez, Neal records the next 2 outs in a matter of 2 pitches. Matera, who knew he was out, taking it easy down the line. He had battled a hamstring injury earlier this season. I don't know if that's still bugging him or not. Here's Carlos Guzman, who's hitting cleanup tonight. Left-hand batter. And Neal missing up high to him. Former Rev who was here late in 2011, or actually second half in 2011, early second half. But in the second half of the season, it wasn't that late as he swings here and rips one back to Neal. He gloves it on one hop and underhands to first to end the inning. Hit sharply, but look what Matt Neal found. Reached the glove up and snagged it about chin high, and the leadoff single makes it to third, but is left on there. The end of a half inning tonight. It's the Riversharks nothing, and the Revs coming up.
It's time to put a Mirage in your garage at York Mitsubishi. Get a 2015 Mitsubishi Mirage starting at $11,995 or payments at $169 a month with no money down. The Mirage is the best priced car in America today. It gets up to 44 miles per gallon and comes with our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. So stop by York Mitsubishi and get a 2015 Mirage to put in your garage. Where? At York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue in York.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Over the years, Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessory equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet's family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Scoreless top of the first for Matt Neal, who strands a runner at third. Revs coming up, facing righty Wes Torres, who's set to go, and Mikey Reynolds to lead things off. At second base tonight, Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Reynolds at second, Wilson Valdez at short, Eric Patterson in right. Brandon Boggs will hit cleanup in center. And Brian Pounds, the third baseman, hitting fifth. Jacob Calderon will DH and bat sixth. Here is Torres' first pitch of the night, and it's a little bit low. Andres Perez at first, Nick Ferdinand in left, and Salvador Paniagua catching. Rounding things out. Here's the 1-0 to Mikey, and he swings and fouls it straight back. Again, Reynolds, Valdez, Patterson, Boggs, Pounds, Calderon, Perez, Ferdinand, and Paniagua for York. Torres coming in at 4-3 with a 4.95 ERA. He deals. And a swing and a line drive, base hit to left center. And Mikey starts off the night with a sharp single. Out of the reach of Chavez at short. A low liner that took off. Went down and got it, and it hit it solidly off the barrel. The leadoff man aboard. I don't think it's any irony or any surprise that the Revs' little uptick in offensive production coincides with Reynolds returning to the lineup. There's Wilson Valdez. We'll see if they play for the one run early. And they do, at least on the first pitch. He shows it, shows the bunt, and Torres misses low. Valdez is hit safely in 5 straight. Coming in at 245 overall. Had one hit each of the last 5 games. 1-0 pitch, and not showing it this time, and Torres misses up and in. Valdez goes stumbling away, and can't help but chuckle about it. A little chin music early on. Valdez, he played with Camden 2 years ago. Gets his signs from Polo. The 2-0, and that one's over for a strike. Now he put the thought of the bunt in their heads on the first pitch. Has not given any inkling of doing that since. Now with a strike on him, we'll see if he does it again, and Torres will throw over. And Reynolds back upright. Of course, on base here at home for the first time since his memorable steal of home at Long Island on Tuesday night. 2-1, and a swing and a tapper toward third and foul. Costanzo over to backhand it. And the count now 2-2. Valdez on the road trip broke the Revs record for career sacrifice bunts. But he'll certainly be swinging now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reynolds with 10 steals on at first base. The stretch, the 2-2, and he's going, and is swinging a little chunker foul right at home plate. Valdez just got a piece, and then sweeps it away over toward Camden's dugout. The bat boy had come out to pick up the ball, and Valdez croqueted it right away from him. Torres set again, another 2-2, and a swing and a pop foul. This will make it into the stands. And the catcher, Jose Heel, started over toward the Revs dugout, and Eric Patterson waving him off. No, you don't have to come. As well back in the stands. Patterson having some fun with him, but helping the cause as well. He will be next. And coming off a big series in Central Islip. Another 2-2, and it's down and away. Terrific at bat from Valdez, who works the count full. We'll see if Mikey tries to go again here with nobody out. He ran earlier in the at bat. Looking to be aggressive out of the gates tonight. And he's going. Pitch is grounded to shortstop. Chavez fields his flip is late. Turn to first is still in time, just barely. To get Valdez hustling down the line. Matera with kind of an off-balance turn and floating it toward first, and it got him just by a step. But with Reynolds running, they avoid what would have been a double play otherwise. And he's in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Now a good idea to send him, as it turns out. And they attempted the flip regardless, even though Mikey had already slid in safely. Here's Eric Patterson. And backs out as Torres steps off. Big series at Long Island for Patterson. And the first pitch here is up high. They went 4 for 14 after being held hitless last night, but had an extra base hit and an RBI in each of the first 3 games. Homered, doubled, tripled. On the 1-0, and a swing and a foul tip back into the netting. Comes in tonight at 247, 6 home runs, 31 knocked in. Revs tonight in their alternate whites with the shoulder stripes and the Revs script across the front. Camden is in their road gray, the baby blue lettering. Oh, the 1-1, and that misses up high. Our plate ump tonight, the balls and strikes, is Buzz Albert, Bill Reuter at first, Chris Carroll, the umpire, at third base. Now Torres into his stretch. The big right-hander, a little peek back, and now comes home, and it's a called strike. Off speed on the outside corner, evens things up, 2-2. Torres, 6'5", 210. Turned 24 a couple of months before the season. And he deals and misses high with it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Patterson working another deep count, and he's done a lot more of that here in recent games, which has led to some pretty good results for him. Reynolds hops away from second. 3-2 is ripped into right center, a base hit. And Mikey around third to score a first-inning run. Patterson with an RBI single, and the Revs in front right out of the gates tonight. 1-0 here in the bottom of the first as Patterson drives in another one. His 32nd of the year, and an RBI now in 4 of the last 5 games. And once again, he worked the count deep, got one he liked, and laced it. Right over Matera at second, and a laser into right center. Here's Brandon Boggs, who looks at one outside. And a big power display at Long Island from Boggs as well. He's homered each of the last 2 nights. Also had a double and a triple in Central Islip. His home runs, both 2-run shots. Pitch to him is up high, and Torres behind 2-0. Revs hitters have had the count in their favor here in this first inning. If they didn't send Mikey on 3-2 on Valdez grounder, he would not have scored. He would have been out. There's a fastball for a strike on the outer edge. And a 2-1 count. Now pushing the right buttons here in the bottom of the first inning, avoiding the double play. On the 2-1, and a swing and a foul back, and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torres set. And a move to first base this time. Patterson dives back. Torres, the son of former big leaguer Mike Torres, who also was a pitching coach in this league with Newark several years back. 2-2. And that's down low, and Boggs works it full. Deep counts all around for the Revs in this first inning, and Torres up to 22 pitches already. Strebe holding Patterson at first. We'll see if he goes. 3-2 he is, and it's up high. Ball 4, and Boggs draws the free pass. So first and second, and Brian Pounds coming up, and Camden will spend a first inning visit. Manager Chris Widger out to the mound. Formerly their team's pitching coach, a former big league catcher, been their pitching coach in years past, and makes the visit to the mound here in the first inning. 3 of the first 4 have reached. And here's the former Rivershark, Brian Pounds, who was given a night off last night. 2 on with 1 out, a run already home. First pitch to Pounds is fouled back into the netting. He was held hitless the night before at Long Island, but has 4 home runs his last 8 games played. 12 RBIs his last 9. Overall, he comes in hitting a .277. And the 0-1 swung on and fouled back off the net. Pounds, who was a teammate of Torres in Camden last season. Torres a year ago, 5-5, a 4.38 ERA. Held his own last year's 23-year-old season. White Plains, New York native. And into his stretch, he deals. And a called third strike away, and Pounds didn't like it. Looked like it was well off the plate, but Buzz Albert gives it to Torres for out number 2. They're 2 down, and Jacob Calderon to the plate. As the DH role tonight. A couple of starts in right field the last 2 nights. And Torres with the pitch. He misses up high. Calderon hitting at .262. 4 homers, 15 knocked in. Had a double in last night's game. He homered and doubled twice in the series at Long Island. There's the 1-0. And he swings and lofts a fly. Actually a pop at short. It'll barely get out of the infield. And Chavez is there to put it away. Revs settle for 1 run in the first, but they certainly made Torres work. 2 hits in the inning, 2 runners left on. We go to the second, it's a 1-0 Revs lead.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879 or my mobile is 487-2096 or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I just got into veterinary school.
And I'm Jeremy when he was in the 5th grade.
That's when my parents enrolled me in Connections Academy.
And when we got my puppy Champ, and I started dreaming of being a vet.
They said at Connections Academy I'd have an even brighter future. I had great teachers and classes that really prepared me for college success.
I guess my hard work paid off for you.
Sure did. For all of us. Right, Champ?
Connections Academy, the tuition-free online public school for grades K through 12. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Revs score a first inning run tonight, 4th time in the last 5 games they've done so. 1-0 as Ryan Strebe leads off, and Matt Neal fires a first pitch strike. Getting the outside corner on that call. Strebe hitting at .247, 6 homers. Pitch to him right in the same spot. Another strike called. Neal at 88 on that fastball. He spotted it perfectly. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a fastball high and away. And after drilling the outside corner with the previous 2, he went a little bit further up and out of the zone and got Strebe to chase. His first strikeout of the night. It'll bring up Mike Costanzo. He'll start at third base for Camden this evening. First pitch is swung on and missed. Costanzo whiffs on it. And he was up there hunting for an early fastball and swung through it. hitting at .211, 8 home runs, 23 batted in. Pitch, and he swings and fouls it off. Well out of play to the left. No balls, 2 strikes. Neal kicks and delivers and misses in the dirt. Revs wearing the old school white paneled hat tonight. Tomorrow night we've got a custom hat auction taking place throughout the course of the game. The 1-2. And a swing and a well-hit ball in left center. Boggs chasing it deep, and he will run it down, approaching the LED boards in left center. Boggs, as he crossed onto the warning track with the glove extended up, hauls it in. Chasing it down deep in left center. And that's out number 2. And Joel Guzman to the plate. 1-0, Revs with the lead here in the second inning. Guzman at .255 as he steps in, 5 home runs. First pitch is down and away. Two up, 2 down here in the second. And the 1-0 just missed down and outside. Neal to 2-0. And a swing and a foul back and out of play. Matt Neal's parents making the trip to the East Coast to see him make this start tonight. Made the trip to Long Island as well. 2-1. And a swing and a liner the other way in right. And it'll get down for a hit toward the corner. One hops the wall, and Patterson played it perfectly, fired in, and holds Guzman to a single. Does not run very well, and he could only get 1 base out of it. Hit it hard the other way, but Patterson, familiar with the boards in right field, played it perfectly on the 1 hop. Guzman on at first, a 2-out base runner for Jose Gil, their catcher. It was hot when we saw him to begin the year. He's cooled off, hitting at .246, and he watches a first pitch strike come in. It's 5 home runs and 15 driven in. Stretch, and the 0-1, and a cutter just missed away. Looked pretty good. Gil, a former Yankees farmhand. I would think Jacob Calderon might know him. The 1-1, and he went inside. Gil started the turn, but had to yank the arms up. 2 balls and a strike. Actually, I think I said 2-1. 3-1 the count. Neal delivers and misses high. Well, now it's 3-1. The board was all mixed up. We had it right the first time. 3-1 now. Runner at first with 2 outs. A 1-0 lead here in the second. 3-1 pitch and a swing on a high fly ball in left. Ferdinand measuring it. He will have room, and he's got it. Makes the catch, and with the trajectory when it first left the bat, we weren't sure how far it was going to go, but it didn't go that far as it turns out. Ferdinand a short step in and made the catch in left field. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We played an inning and a half tonight. Revs lead it 1-0.
Broadway Transmission
I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA-approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Revs a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Andres Perez to lead things off. Last swing he took at home, he tied the hits record. First pitch from Torres is over for a strike. His first return to Santander Stadium since setting a pair of records on that road trip. There's the 0-1, and it's a called strike on the outer reach. He had broken the hits record in Sunday's game, and then following night, homered at Long Island to break the total bases mark. The 0-2, and it just missed inside. That was close. Previously, the hits mark held by Shanks, the total bases by Grimes. Pretty good company to surpass, I would say. 1-2, and he swings and misses. And Torres went down and got Perez to swing through it. One away here in the bottom of the second. And Nick Ferdinand up next. It's not a bad 8-hole hitter, is it? Ferdinand hitting 8th tonight. First pitch is a breaking ball down low. Hitting it 287, 8 home runs, 20 driven in. And another one in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. The Riversharks have not seen Ferdinand. These two teams have not faced each other since the end of May. 2-0, and that misses away. Oh, a 3-0 count. Paniagua is next. Pitch is over for a strike. Our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Stacy Heller-Fisher is our contestant. Good luck, Stacy. 3-1 and a swing and a miss on a fastball a little bit up. 3-2. Torres delivers and a swing and a bounce foul over along the third base side between the net and the dugout. Another 3-2. And a swing and a grounder hit sharply to second, but right at Matera. And he gloves and tosses over to first for out number 2. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
2 down here in the bottom of the second. Salvador Paniagua, the hitter. And the first pitch is swung on and foul tipped against either heel or the plate ump. I believe it was heel, judging from the reaction, a little slow to get up from his squat. No balls and a strike on Paniagua. De La Cruz starting the last 2 nights. The pitch and a swing and a fly ball lofted to right. Carlos Guzman drifting toward the line, and he's got it. A 1-2-3 second inning for Torres. The Revs down in order. We'll go to the third tonight. Still a 1-0 York lead.
Hey, Santa! What's with the beach towel?
Well, summer's here, boys. Time to hit the beach. What can I do for you fellas?
Everybody's ready in the workshop.
Ready?
For the office party. Remember? We were so busy in December, you said we would celebrate Christmas in July. You didn't forget, did you?
Oh, no. I just, I'll tell you what, fellas. You start the party. I'll be right back.
Where you going?
Oh, just need to pick up a little holiday cheer.
Get an early jump on your Christmas gift list during Christmas in July at all Maple Donuts. Maple Donut gift cards are available now, and they never expire, so 'tis the season to grab some of these sweet stocking stuffers. Maple Donuts gift cards are also a great thank you for babysitters, back-to-school teacher gifts, for anniversaries, birthdays, and for the gang in the office.
Maple Donut gift cards for everybody. Here's one for you, and here one for you.
Thanks, Santa.
Are you sure he's an elf?
Well, he's got a union card.
Guess they let anybody in these days.
Merry Christmas in July, Santa.
Thank you, fellas, and thank you, Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Joel's Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of the York Revolution. They are also a partner in the maintenance of Santander Stadium. Joel's Painting and Contracting is the highest rated painting company in York and Lancaster County. Now is the time to call for great deals on all of your interior and exterior projects. A community partner with thousands of happy clients. Hit a home run of Joel's Painting and schedule an appointment today or give them a call at 717-471-4273. That's 717-471-4273 for Joel's Painting and Contracting.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the third, a 1-0 lead for the Revs tonight. Good evening, Paul.
It's a great day. It's good to see you, and I love the show.
That's right. Michael Rocket leading off the inning, and Neal missing a little bit high for ball one.
As Andy Etchebarren would say. As Jim Palmer would say, because he begins a lot of sentences, or ends a lot of sentences that way on the Orioles broadcasts.
Here's a line drive and a base hit into right center. Rocket with a single to start off the inning. Well, you're in here, so it must soon be time for me to stuff my face. It's usually how it works. What ballpark fare should I go with tonight?
I don't know, but if it wasn't for your eating habits, I wouldn't even be able to dabble in radio as I do. I'd be totally out of the industry.
Just works out well for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's happy with that arrangement.
Now the Sharks with their third hit, their second leadoff hit. Here's Brandon Chavez, who opened the game with one. Switch hitter bats left. Neal's first pitch, a drag bunt. Perez in from first. He'll flip, and Mikey's there. Nicely done. Reynolds over to cover. It does go down as a good sacrifice bunt. They're second in 3 innings. Rocket to second with one out. Now they've really played the bunts perfectly so far tonight. The one in the first inning, had Perez come off, nobody would have been there at first. This one, he knew Mikey would be and was able to. And a runner at second with one out for Evan Crawford, who pushed that sac bunt on the first base side in the first. The first pitch here is in at the knees, a called strike. And Neal jumps ahead. Rocket does have good speed at second base. Former Sugarland Skeeter, who's actually from the town of Sugarland. Pitch to Crawford is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, what's your favorite kind of rocket? Mine's Michael. His brother's on the team, too. He doesn't play too much, though. He's a younger guy with a lot less pro experience. Daniel Rocket.
Homered against York. Here's a ground ball. Jam Crawford. Valdez charges from short. Gloves and fires in time to get him. Rocket broke for third and made it. He stepped right over that ground ball. Thought he could make it and could.
You always got to go negative, don't you? He homered against York.
Just haven't forgotten it.
Clearly you haven't.
Here's Patty Matera. He grounded out to first base his first time.
In this club, you could ask, what's your favorite kind of rocket? What's your favorite kind of Guzman? 2 Guzmans, 2 rockets.
Uh-oh, here's a fly ball lofted toward the corner and left. Ferdinand reaching out and made the catch, approaching the big wall in the corner. Nick Ferdinand with a tremendous running grab with the corner, the wall, all in his path. And he put his body on the line. Fortunately, he had a couple of steps to spare, but made a great running grab to save a run. No runs, 1 hit, a runner left at third. We go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 York.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
I'm Melissa. I teach 10th grade English.
And I'm Melissa when she was in 10th grade at Connections Academy.
That was the year my teachers changed the way I looked at literature.
Our class discussions opened my eyes.
At Connections Academy, the great courses and personal attention really made a difference.
I'm more confident.
My Connections Academy teachers inspired me so much, I became one myself.
I better read faster.
Connections Academy, the tuition-free online public school for grades K through 12. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Hi, this is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
One nothing, the lead. We go to the bottom of the third. Mikey Reynolds, who scored the first inning run, blisters a base hit to left on the first pitch of the inning. He jumps on another one, and he has hit 2 rockets tonight. Leads off the third with a single, as he did in the first.
You know, pregame we had Mikey on for about 20 minutes in the studio, and, you know, usually when guys do an interview and they go 0 for 4, it becomes the radio guy's fault somehow. So you're getting the credit for this, if that's the case, right? Like, he's going to be on the show every couple weeks now. 2 knocks and, 3 pitches tonight?
Hey, Dre hit a bomb on Monday night after doing our interview.
Hey, you're on a hot streak right now.
Here's Wilson Valdez, and he squares, pulls it back, and Torres misses up high. Valdez hit what could have been a costly double play in the first inning, but it only went for 1 out. They had Mikey running on the pitch. Made it to second before the flip had arrived. A stretch and a move to first. Reynolds back standing up. Costanzo is in on the grass at third, anticipating the potential bunt. A stretch from Torres, the 1-0, and he bunts through it. Snap throw to first, and Reynolds dives back. Had just enough. He was able to get the hand back in.
Can't steal home and then get picked off first 2 days later.
One ball, one strike. Polo providing signs. Valdez thinks it over as he steps back in. And the 1-1 not bunting. It's in the dirt. Heel makes the clean pick, and Reynolds stays put. 2 balls and a strike. Down to 2-1. Reynolds is running and is swinging a fly ball to left. Towering shot. Crawford is under it. He'll come in a few steps and squeezes. And that's out number 1. Valdez doesn't hit for a lot of power, but it seemed like he just got under that one. It was almost barreled up. Put a good swing on it, but flies to left. It's 1 away, and Eric Patterson to the plate.
Normally I wouldn't suggest this, but if Patterson gets out ahead, put Mikey in motion here, get him to second with 1 out, try to relive the first inning.
I'm down with that.
I'm not a big stolen base guy, but history often repeats itself.
Ball up high, 1-0. Patterson smashing the RBI single to right center in the first. Revs have 3 hits tonight. They've all been bullets. On the 1-0, and a changeup missed away just off the corner. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, he's out 2-0. I think he's going to get a fastball here rather than fall behind 3-0. So.
And here it comes, and it was a fastball. He fouls it back. Went up over the roof. Torres making his 3rd start against York, 1-1 with a .328 in 2 outings. Pitched fairly well.
It's not a bad idea by Patterson. There's a lot of room along the line, left field side, if you can go the other way.
And he swings and pops this one up. Costanzo at 3rd, drifting into foul territory. He squeezes it. And that's out number 2. And Brandon Boggs to the plate. Boggs a walk in the first inning. He'll get his 2nd look at Torres. Strebe holding Reynolds at first. Not a very big lead yet. First pitch is outside for ball
Just
1.
Kind of, Mikey's a good sport, especially when it comes to his stature or lack thereof. I'm just really enjoying the height and girth discrepancy between he and Ryan Strebe at first base right now. Looks like a father-son duo out there. It's like a father-son picnic softball game or something. The son's the base runner.
Next one's up and away. 2-0 on Boggs. Now the stretch. Torres deals, and a swing and a nubber down to first. Couple hops to Strebe. He'll step on the bag to end the inning. Boggs out on the 3 unassisted. Now this time unable to do anything with the leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Paul will have the call as we go to the 4th. 3 in the books tonight. It's still a 1-0 Revs lead.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
At Health South Rehabilitation Hospitals, never before has knowledge, technology, and teamwork merged so completely to inspire patients and families after illness, injury, or surgery. With Health South by their side, there's hope to reach goals and get back home. For some, it's the first glimmer of light. For others, it's a powerful reminder that with Health South, hope for renewed independence is never far away. Hope is here at Health South Rehab Hospital of York.
Whether it's for sport, protection, or recreation, Spar Firearms is the best place to go for all of your firearm needs. With a large selection of new and used firearms, Spar carries an array of brands, as well as ammo and other accessories. Whether you're an avid collector, sharpshooting expert, hunter, or weekend enthusiast, Spar Firearms provides everything you need no matter your experience. For the best in convenience, selection, and customer service, visit Spar Firearms, 6108 Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and online at sparfirearms.com.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the fourth inning, the Revolution leading the Camden Riversharks in their first visit to Santander Stadium this season, 1-0. Eric Patterson's RBI single in the first scored Mikey Reynolds after his leadoff single. And that's where we are. Paul Braverman with you for the next couple innings here. It's the Darrell Henry dinner break portion of the program. Matt Neal going back to work here in the visitor half of the fourth, taking on cleanup batter Carlos Guzman in the Camden lineup. Low and inside to start Guzman off, 1-0. Guzman grounded back to the mound, and Matt Neal to end the top of the first. Steps back in from the left-hand side. It'll be a 1-0. Paniagua gets the sign he likes from Neal and takes it low and inside. 2-0 the count. Guzman was briefly a Rev. That was way back in 2011, the championship season, although he was not with the team when they won it all. 2-0 pitch, again low and inside. So Neal looking for something at the ankles of the lefty swinging Carlos Guzman and not finding it so far. 3-0 is the count. Paniagua sets up a little on the outside of the plate, and it's enough for a get-me-over strike from Neal on the outer half. 3-1 the count to Guzman. Good numbers. Enters plate today, 272 with 6 homers and 40 RBI. The 3-1 offering misses high, and he walked him. That's the first free pass of the night for Matt Neal. It's the third time already in 4 innings that Camden has had the leadoff man on, but they squandered a leadoff single in the first by Brandon Chavez and another by Michael Rocket in the third. Ryan Strebe now 0 for 1, struck out swinging. Did the big first baseman and number 5 hitter for Camden to begin the second. Matt Neal goes from the stretch with a runner on base. The righty Strebe steps in and takes high and in. 1-0 the count. Paniagua that time setting out on the outer half to the righty. And Neal, 5 of his first 6 this inning out of the strike zone. So a little wild here. Very uncharacteristic for Neal. He leads the Revolution in strikeouts this season with 65. And throughout his entire career, he has been a control guy. That's why he's here. That's why Mark Mason wanted him as part of the club, as most Atlantic League clubs did. But Neal already had a connection to York, as not everyone may remember. He made 3 starts for York last season before an elbow injury shut him down for the year, so he was briefly with the Revolution. Before last season, Matt Neal signed with York in the preseason, but then got picked up by the Tampa Bay Rays. His original organization was the Florida Marlins. And he began the season last year in Double-A Montgomery in the Summer League, played for the Montgomery Biscuits before being a free agent again and coming back to York for 3 starts. And now Paul Fletcher, during the middle of this Ryan Strebe at bat, and the count is now 2-0, went out to talk to Neal, and hopefully this isn't an injury thing. Because Neal, very strange to see the pitching coach go out mid at bat, and then Mark Mason comes out to the mound as well, where everyone's gathering. And if this is an injury thing, it's going to really tax the Revolution bullpen, and it'll put us into a little bit of a delay, as when a new pitcher comes in for an injury, and that pitcher has not been warming up in the bullpen, he gets as much time as he needs to get ready and get loose from the mound. And now 6 of the first 7 pitches this inning for Matt Neal out of the strike zone, and perhaps it is an injury issue or a blister or something askew, because, as we mentioned, that's very rare to see him with a lack of control, and Matt Neal's going to come out of this ball game. He's walking off the field. So this, on a already kind of stretched thin pitching staff this year for the Revolution, is not good news in the slightest. So when Darrell is back in the catbird seat here later in the game, we'll try to get a report on what exactly is wrong with Matt Neal, but this is a Maple Donuts pitching change, and we're going to have some time to fill here as the new pitcher in the game, and of course the Revolution had nobody warming up with a 1-0 lead in the 4th inning. Pitcher's going to have as much time as he needs to get loose from the game mound before he has to attack a batter. So that's the pitcher, catcher, and coaching staff discretion of when he's ready. So Edward Paredes, in his 3rd Revolution season, the veteran lefty, is going to be our Maple Donuts pitching change, and he's going to be asked to go long here in the 4th. So each team with 3 knocks tonight in the hit column. It's 1-0 Revolution here in the top of the 4th. The batter at first is Carlos Guzman after a leadoff walk, and it's a 2-0 count to Ryan Strebe here as Matt Neal is pulled with an injury mid-at-bat. And it's tough to tell from up here. Obviously, his lack of control was a dead giveaway that he wasn't feeling well because he's a guy who pounds the strike zone. But it must have been obvious to the dugout because Paul Fletcher went out, and manager Mark Mason was not far behind after that point. So Fletch obviously saw something significant to go out mid-at-bat, and then Mace wasn't too far behind him. 31 pitches for Matt Neal, 20 of which were strikes, and that stat includes 6 of the 7 being out of the strike zone to begin the 4th. So he had thrown a lot of strikes in the first 3 innings and worked around scattering 3 base hits nicely, pitched well with guys on base, and then all of a sudden the wheels come off to begin this inning. So perhaps it's precautionary, but nevertheless, Edward Paredes is entering the game for the Revolution and warming up on the game mound now, playing catch with Paniagua for the last couple minutes, and now he'll go into more serious warm-ups and throw all of his pitches. The breaks are predetermined, folks. They're all logged in for the middle innings. So while we wait for Paredes to finish getting loose, we can go over his line. This will be his 29th appearance out of the Revs bullpen this season. He's 1-1 with a 3.38 ERA, but he was in the 6s and 7s early. He had a rough start to the year, and a perfectly respectable 3.38 ERA for Paredes, but he's been dynamite the last couple of months after a rough start. And he's really taken that ERA down. 29 and a third innings pitched in those 28 games for Paredes. 25 hits, 11 runs, all earned. He's walked 13, striking out 31, so better than 2-1 there. And averaging well over a strikeout an inning is Paredes, holding opponents to just a 2.29 average against. Paredes has allowed 3 home runs in 29 and a third innings this season. 1-0 Revolution here in a mid-inning, mid-at-bat pitching change in the top of the 4th. Matt Neal exits with an injury, and his place taken by Edward Paredes. More on Paredes. This is his 8th pro season and his 3rd with York. His 8 seasons in baseball, primarily with the Seattle Mariners organization, signing with them as an international free agent in 2005 out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Made his pro debut for the Everett Aqua Sox in the short season Northwest League in 2007. He was with the Mariners organization through the 2011 season with AA and AAA time in 2010 and 2011 with the Mariners. He was a teammate of current teammate Stephen Penny. Reunited as Revolution teammates the last several years here. They were teammates in the Mariners system. And former Revolution outfielder and leadoff man Brandon Hoffman, who was here in 2012 with York. He was also a former teammate of Paredes and Penny with Seattle. And before he got to York in 2013, Paredes was half a season with the Cleveland Indians at AA Akron. Ryan Strebe steps into the box. Paredes is ready to go, and he delivers low and inside on the first pitch to Strebe. It gets by Paniagua, glances off his glove to the backstop, and on a pass ball, Guzman down to second after his leadoff walk. So runner at second, nobody out. Top of the fourth, Camden threatening to tie this game at a run apiece, and now Ryan Strebe hitting in a 3-0 count. I don't think they got crossed up there. That was the first pitch after a lengthy warm-up, and two guys that know each other well, teammates the last 3 years, both Spanish speakers. I don't think that was a cross-up. Paniagua just missed it, and he will be charged a pass ball. Paredes delivers a get-me-over strike on the next offering. Strebe taking all the way. 3-1 is the count. So Guzman walks and then gets to second on the wild pitch. Matt Neal leaving mid-at-bat and a 2-0 count to Strebe with a undisclosed injury, and now it's a 3-1 count with Paredes taking over. Paniagua sets up outside. Paredes misses his spot badly, waist high and into Strebe, and it's back-to-back walks to begin the visitor half of the fourth here. So there'll be 2 on with nobody out for Mike Costanzo. Costanzo 0 for 1, flew out to center in the second. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup here. Costanzo, a former second-round pick of the Philadelphia Phillies out of Coastal Carolina University. That was back in 2005. Paredes, a long look into Paniagua. He's got runners to worry about. Takes a look at both. And the first offering to Costanzo, swing and a miss, chasing it. Breaking ball low and away, diving away from the batter. 0-1 is the count. In 2005, the Phillies did not have a first-round pick. Mike Costanzo was their organization number 1. He was a second-round pick that year. And despite not being a first-round pick, the Phillies felt like they had first-round value for him. And they were excited about him being a top prospect and contributing in Philadelphia for years to come. But as we see with so much prospect attrition, that is not the way it turned out for him. 0-1 pitch, missing low and away to the lefty. 1-1 the count to Costanzo. So he wound up a couple of years ago with the Camden Riversharks in his first stint in the Atlantic League. And then he got picked up by the Cincinnati Reds, went to AAA Louisville, and was in the big leagues. And made his major league debut with the Reds, not the Phillies. And now looking for another opportunity the same way he got his first one. Back with the Camden Riversharks. 1-1 pitch, missing low and away. 2-1 the count to the Sharks' third baseman, Mike Costanzo. So playing in the shadow of Philadelphia in Camden, New Jersey at Campbell's Field, despite never becoming a Philly, but he did get his big league day in the sun with Cincinnati. The 2-1 pitch called for a strike on the inner half. 2-2. So Paredes settling in now after a hurried warm-up for the 28-year-old lefty. He'll turn 29 at the tail end of this season on September 30th. Paredes looks at his runners. The lefty deals, swing, and another foul. First base side toward the Revs dugout by Mike Costanzo. 2-2 the count in what is turning into a long top of the fourth inning, with Matt Neal having to exit mid-inning, mid-at-bat with an injury. 1-0 Revs lead it, but 2 on and nobody out. And the Riversharks threatening here in the visitor half of the fourth. Paredes looks behind him at second, goes home with it. Paniagua sets up outside. It's lifted into shallow right field. Diving forward, making the catch is Eric Patterson. Runner will tag from second and get to third standing up, but Patterson saves a run. Blooper into right center. Boggs couldn't get there. It was Patterson's ball all the way. Dives forward and makes a terrific catch to take a hit away from Mike Costanzo. Guzman tags at second and gets to third. Strebe still at first. Runners on the corners now. Revolution still leading 1-0 in the fourth, but now with 1 out. A double play ball could end this inning. Paredes will try to keep DH Joel Guzman on the ground. 1 for 1 with a single is the right-handed bat Guzman, but a sac fly is available for him to tie this game with a runner at third. Big-time play from Eric Patterson. And the big Girl Scout night crowd still filing in, shows their appreciation. Swing and a miss as he sneaks a fastball at 90 by Guzman for the first offering. 0-1 is the count to the big Riversharks DH. Girl Scout night, annual tradition here at Santander Stadium. Post-game camp out on the field with a movie on the video board to follow the game. late arriving crowd as the parents and campers rush home from work and camp and whatever else goes on in the summer. But they're here now, and a big crowd especially on the third base side tonight. Tipped foul by Guzman, and the count is 0-2. 1-0 Revs, one out, runners on the corners here in the top of the fourth. And a decent power threat at the plate, but also a guy with a big strike zone. Paredes steals, it's swung on and hit deep. Deep to left toward the big wall, but not deep enough. Heels on the warning track, Ferdinand makes the catch. Runner from third will tag and score. And it's a tie ball game, but that could have been much, much worse. So Paredes coming in mid-inning on short notice, mitigates the damage here. Guzman with a fly out to left. It's a sac fly and his 41st RBI of the season to lead the Riversharks, breaking a tie with the other Guzman, Carlos, for the team lead at 40. So Carlos Guzman scores on the Joel Guzman sac fly. It's a 1-1 ball game here in the top of the fourth. Runner at first is still Ryan Strebe. Each team with 3 base hits. Riversharks don't have a hit in this inning, but they have a run, 2 walks, and then a sac fly after a runner tagged from second on the Costanzo flyout. Jose Gil, the Riversharks catcher, steps in. First pitch swinging, lines it. Shortstop side of second into center field for a hit. Moving from first to third is Strebe as Boggs gets it back along the infield. The Revolution center fielder does, and once again there's runners on the corners. This time in a tie game and with 2 outs. So Jose Gil with the 2-out single. He's 1 for 2. And this will round out the Riversharks lineup for the second time tonight. Michael Rocket singled in the third but was left at second. The 9-hitter and center fielder for Camden. The fourth Camden hit by Heel, so 2 on, 2 out, and Edward Paredes trying to keep it a 1-1 game. That Joel Guzman RBI sac fly. It looked decent off the bat, even though he got under it a little bit. But a big guy like that can muscle some of those out even when he gets under it. But Ferdinand saw it all the way. The wall didn't rattle him, and he made the catch on the warning track, and the run trotted home. But the Revolution will gladly accept that instead of a 3-run homer. So in steps Michael Rocket. First pitch swinging. This is a rocket down to the left field corner. If it's fair, it's big trouble. Foul ball. Woo. First pitch swinging. That one into no man's land down the left field line. Ferdinand could only give chase, and it just goes foul. Not a lot of foul ground down there to left, but he found a little bit. That would have scored. Strebe with no issue from third, of course, and with a good jump, Jose Gil could have at least gone first to third. And if the ball had rattled around, that's unpredictable. That can bring a guy home from first when it pinballs on you down in that corner. Now Michael Rocket takes the 0-1 pitch after a long strike and pops it up foul behind the plate. He's behind 0-2, and the Riversharks are down to their last strike here in the top of the fourth. Paredes trying to clamp down, keep this a tie game, and strand runners at the corners. Rocket's the K-man as well. Fans are looking for free breadsticks. They won't get it here as it's lined straight back to the screen. We'll do it again for a second time at 0-2. You hear that Little Caesars crazy breadsticks chant. Between that and hit the wall, some Revolution things will never change. Here's the 0-2, fouled back to the screen again. We'll do it a third time at 0-2. This is the third time tonight already in the fourth inning that Camden has gotten the leadoff man on. First 2 times they squandered it. They get 1 run home here, but it was 2 on, nobody out, so this inning could have been a lot worse for the Riversharks, or for the Revolution, I should say, assuming Paredes can find his out pitch here, but the 0-2 pitch missing low and away to Paniagua, and the count 1-2. If Paredes can get out of this having allowed just a sac fly after he came in as an injury replacement with 2 on and nobody out after a couple of walks, that would be a big victory for the Revs in the middle of this game. It'll be a 1-2 from the lefty. From the stretch, he kicks and fires. Oh, just misses off the outer corner with Paniagua set up there. Paniagua had the right idea. Rocket looked at it. Paredes thought he hit his spot. It was not to be. Maybe it was a little low. And the count is 2-2. 2 on, 2-2 count, 2 out, and a 1-1 ball game in the fourth. Another big one from Paredes. Paniagua sets up outside again, and a foul ball lined up over the Revolution dugout, first base side, into a densely populated area behind that Revs dugout, and hopefully everyone's okay over there. As that was a stay-alive swing by Rocket, as that one was primed for the corner. He took a chance and let the first one go and was not rung up. Didn't take a chance that time. Reached out with the bat, playing complete defense just to slap it foul, and he does so again here. Fouls another one off, although this one not quite as dangerous. First base side over the Revs dugout once again, out of play. He's fouled off 4 pitches in this at-bat as Michael Rocket. It's a 2-2 offering coming up here from Ed Paredes after he had him 0-2. Runners on the corners, 2 out in a tie game. The lefty deals. Swing and a liner, and Camden will take the lead. It's a base hit down the left field line into the corner. Finding it there is Ferdinand, but sliding into second ahead of his throw is Rocket. It's an RBI double that moves Jose Heel from first to third after his 2-out single. Strebe scores from third. Camden takes a 2-1 lead here in the top of the fourth. Michael Rocket 2 for 2 tonight. It's his 17th RBI of the year. And the Sharks, with 2 walks, a sac fly, and 2 hits this inning, put up 2 runs to take the lead. So still a jam here, second and third, 2 gone, and back to the top of the order, Brandon Chavez. A single and a sac bunt for him today. The leadoff man and righty steps in and takes a called strike from Paredes. 0-1 is the count to Chavez. A liner by Michael Rocket down to their last strike after he was 0-2. Gives Camden a 2-1 lead here in the fourth, and after the called strike, the 0-1 pitch grounded behind the plate foul, and the count is 0-2 to Brandon Chavez, who was with the Revolution for the first half of last season. In the Atlantic League, mostly of Bridgeport Bluefish fame. Playing for them 2008 through 2011. High and away. On the 0-2, 1-2 is the count. Paredes way ahead, seeing if Chavez might chase, and he does not. Riversharks now out hitting York 5-3. Here's the 1-2 offering. Paredes deals low and inside at the shoe tops of Chavez. The count is 2-2. So Paredes inherited Guzman, subbing for the injured Matt Neal. So of the 2 earned runs this inning, 1 will be charged to Neal, the other to Edward Paredes. 2-2 offering on the way. The lefty kicks and fires. Ground ball to third. Nice backhand pick. Throw to first in time. Brian Pounds, a beautiful play. Backhand pick on a well-struck grounder and gets Chavez by a step and a half, with a good throw to Perez at first. So the Riversharks will strand 2, but they score twice in the fourth, sending 7 men to the plate. 2-1 Camden. We return for the bottom of the fourth in a moment on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school, play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball, or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment, and both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The York Revolution jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first on an Eric Patterson RBI single, but Camden sends 7 men to the plate and plates 2 runs of their own in the fourth, an RBI from Joel Guzman on a sac fly, and an RBI double by Michael Rocket. So the Revs come up trailing here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 2-1 Rivershark advantage. Brian Pounds, who helped strand 2 runners a half inning ago with a nice pick at third, will lead off the bottom of the fourth for York, the number 5 hitter for the Revs and their third baseman. 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking back in the first. Takes ball 1 from righty Wes Torres, who is back to work in his 4th inning of work, beginning the fourth, however, with 53 pitches. So Torres, Revs have made him work for it, and the 1-0 pitch called for a strike on the outer corner. 1-1 is the count to Brian Pounds. The righty deals a called strike on the inner half to Pounds. 1-2 is the count. Brian Pounds, second in the Atlantic League with 39 walks, hitting .277, but his on-base percentage 99 points higher than his batting average, .376. He's 5th in the Atlantic League in OBP. 1-2 pitch missing high and away to Pounds, 2-2 the count. Pounds, 4 home runs in his last 8 games. He's got 4 on the road this season and 2 here at Santander Stadium. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Home run cut, but Pounds 0 for 2 now with a pair of strikeouts. That's the 3rd strikeout for Torres, 2 of Pounds and 1 of Andres Perez, who's now on deck. Jacob Calderon, 0 for 1, popped to short to end the first. The lefty steps in. Tyrell Harris getting loose in the Revolution bullpen, so it might be just 1 inning each for the rest of the game tonight for York. Paredes, I thought, might go long, but Tyrell Harris is up and warming in the Revs pen. And the first offering to Calderon. Out of the strike zone, then he takes a called strike. 1-1 the count. Calderon waving at 1 high. Big cut and a miss. And it's 1-2. Calderon 1 for 4 yesterday with a double in a 5-2 loss to the Long Island Ducks. Revs had a 3-4 road trip, dropped 2 of 3 in Lancaster, and then split 4 games with Long Island. 1-2 pitch just missing off the outside corner, and the count is 2-2, so a good eye by Calderon. Calderon had a big 4-game series against the Ducks. He was 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, and an RBI against Long Island on the road over the last week. But the 2-2 pitch, grounded to second. Scooped up by Patty Matera, gets to Strebe at first, no problem, and it's a 4-3 ground out. 2 up, 2 down here for the Revs. Base is empty in the bottom of the fourth, and it's a 2-1 Camden lead. So Calderon really swinging a hot bat as of late, coming off a 5 for 15 series despite that ground out there and a 6 for 19 road trip. Torres goes back to work, and Andres Perez takes his first pitch and grounds it foul up the line close to the third base bag. Foul all the way, and the count is 0-1 after a long strike. Perez 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second. Perez returning home here to York for the first time since becoming the Revolution's all-time hit leader in the first series at Lancaster, and then with a home run in Long Island, became the Revolution all-time total base leader. And he takes the 0-1 pitch and pops it foul, first base side, into the crowd out of play over the Revs dugout. Revs down to their final strike here in the fourth. Wes Torres kicks and fires high and inside. That's going to rush Perez back, and a few boos cascade from the Good Friday night crowd here at Santander Stadium. It'll be a 1-2 to Andres Perez. 2-1 Camden in the fourth. Bases empty. Here's the 1-2. Torres kicks and fires. Line drive, base hit into right center. It won't split the outfielders. Perez will take a turn at first, but wisely hold it to a single. And Andres Perez with a 2-out knock here, and Nick Ferdinand will come to the plate. Down in the order, hitting eighth, but still 287 with 8 homers and 20 RBI for Ferdinand since joining the Revolution on June 5th. Ferdinand grounded to second in the second. So the righty will try to get a 2-out rally going here for the Revolution. Perez held on at first, but not really a running threat with Strebe holding him on. High and away to Ferdinand to begin this at bat. And the count is 1-0. So if Torres could just make a mistake here to Nick Ferdinand with a fastball, the guy who leads the Revolution in home runs, the Revolution could get something from seemingly nothing here. Bases empty with 2 out a moment ago. Then the Perez line single, but Ferdinand pops up the 1-0. And foul ground behind the bag. It's Ryan Strebe to make the catch. No problem for him, and that's the inning. So the Revolution strand one after Perez's 2-out single. It's 2-1 Riversharks leading the Revolution as we go to the fifth on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You line your feet up at the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body, cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time in a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Finis, Dolphin, Nike, Adidas, Speedo, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet Sports Shoes. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Tyrell Harris will take over for the Revolution in the top of the fifth inning. Camden leading it 2-1, so another Maple Donuts pitching change. So Edward Paredes does not go long tonight, and it looks like it'll be perhaps a new arm every inning for the Revolution, unless they can get a couple quick innings and maybe get 2 out of some guys. But if you're just joining us, Matt Neal, lasting just 3+ innings tonight, pulled midway through the fourth, mid-at-bat to Ryan Strebe with an undisclosed injury, and Edward Paredes came in and allowed 1 run charge to Neal and 1 on his own in the fourth. And now Tyrell Harris will face Evan Crawford, Patty Matera, and Carlos Guzman, 2-3-4 in the Sharks lineup after they scored twice with 7 batters in the 4th, and the big righty, Tyrell Harris, a first pitch strike, swung on and tipped foul off the mask of Paniagua by Evan Crawford. Riversharks left fielder, a sac bunt in the 1st, grounded to short in the 3rd. He's a righty, the 2-hole hitter for Camden. Tyrell Harris, this is his 8th appearance with York after beginning the season in the American Association, 19 games with the Grand Prairie Airhogs. In the 7 games with the Revs, 6 2/3 innings pitched, and a 1-0 record, a .270 ERA, as he's allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits, walked 4 and struck out 4, but holding opponents to just a 130 average so far during his time with the York Revolution. Here's the 0-1 pitch as Paniagua collects himself after taking one off the mask and adjusting the equipment. Big swing and a miss for Evan Crawford on the 0-1. And Tyrell Harris looks pretty nasty here to begin the 5th. It's 0-2. The righty working quickly, winds and deals. Paniagua sets up outside, but maybe a little too far outside. Low and away, 1-2 is the count to Crawford. He's the Sharks left fielder. 1-2 on the way, the righty deals, and again, low and outside. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Crawford, who began the season with the Long Island Ducks. 2-1 as we are just underway in the 5th tonight at Santander Stadium. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Chasing low and away was Crawford, so good idea there by Harris. Got out ahead 0-2. Saw if the batter would chase low and away. He lays off both. Decides that he can't let one on the outer half go a 3rd time. And he gets him swinging. For the Revolution, that's just their 2nd strikeout tonight as a club. Neal had 1 in the 2nd. And that's Harris's 1st to begin his work here in the 5th. In steps Patty Matera. Camden second baseman and 3-hole hitter is 0-2, grounded to 1st in the 1st, flew out to left in the 3rd, and he takes low for ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Matera, and Harris winds and deals. Fouled straight back to the screen, and the count is even at 1-1. Ball and a strike to Patty Matera, who batted .236 with 3 homers and 39 RBI last season with the Riversharks. Been their everyday second baseman the last couple of seasons. In the 1-1 pitch, missing low and away, 2-1 is the count to Matera. The Toms River, New Jersey native, Matera, playing in his home state here with the Riversharks, as this one's lifted high, deep to left, but curving foul. And in the corner, Nick Ferdinand makes the catch out of our line of vision. That one looked like it was easily curving foul onto the third base concourse. And out of our field of vision, Nick Ferdinand makes the grab. So the out signs go up from the umpiring crew, and Ferdinand tracks it into the corner and makes a nice play. So fly out to left and foul ground, as it were, for Patty Matera. 2 up, 2 down here. With that and a strikeout for Tyrell Harris. Bases empty, 2 out. It's a 2-1 Rivershark lead. Carlos Guzman walked and scored in the 4th inning for Camden. Grounded out in the 1st. 0 for 1 and takes low and inside. 1-0 is the count. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Sharks. A run on 4 hits for the Revs. Errorless baseball so far tonight at Santander Stadium. Missing high, Tyrell Harris now falls behind Carlos Guzman, the Riversharks right fielder, not to be confused with Joel Guzman, their DH tonight. Here's the 2-0, and called for a strike. 2-1 the count. Again, this is the first visit, believe it or not, by Camden to York. In 2015, even though we're 2 weeks into the second half, and a swing and a foul tip off Paniagua will even the count at 2-2. Camden's final game at York last year was July 23rd. This is their first visit this year, first game here in York this season July 24th. With 6:30 start times down to the minute, it's Camden's first game here at first pitch tonight in exactly 365 days. Exactly one calendar year between visits for the Riversharks. The 2-2 pitch by Carlos Guzman popped up into shallow left field toward the line. Nick Ferdinand makes the catch, and that's the inning. 2 flyouts to left and a strikeout. It's a 1-2-3 top of the 5th for the righty Tyrell Harris. Revs coming up down 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th when we return on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
I'm Brandon. I'm an EMT.
And I'm Brandon. When he was in 8th grade.
With Dad's job, we moved around a lot.
So I went to school online at Connections Academy.
Virtual education was more flexible, and I learned to think independently.
I got way organized.
That paid off junior year when I started going to high school here in town, and it's paying off now.
Whoa, you look cool in that uniform.
I know, right? We look cool.
Connections Academy, the tuition-free online public school for grades K through 12. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Do it for me. Do it for America.
Rich Eisen.
Looks like Mark Sanchez, this is his team now. And he dropped a 50-yard dime on Jeremy Macklin in his first pass attempt. And Jason Peters says he didn't know it was Sanchez back there. He didn't know that Foles went out. He turns around to celebrate with his quarterback and give him an attaboy. And it's Sanchez.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Bottom of the 5th inning, the Revolution trail the Camden Riversharks 2-1. One more half inning. Paul Braverman, glad he could join me for the middle innings tonight. Darrell Henry will return in 3 outs for the top of the 6th. Paniagua, Reynolds, and Valdez due here in the home half of the 5th for the Revolution. Paniagua 0 for 1, flew to right in the 2nd. Rounds out the Revolution order in the 9-hole for the second time tonight. Wes Torres, Camden starter, in his 5th inning of work, goes back with a called strike on the outer corner to Paniagua. 0-1 the count to the Revs catcher. The righty kicks and fires from the full windup. Lifted foul behind the plate and out of play. Quickly 0-2 to Paniagua. Oh, 2 offering, swing and a miss, and Paniagua, good morning, good afternoon, good night, strikes out on 3 consecutive pitches. One of which fouled off, and for Wes Torres, it's his 4th strikeout of the evening, and all 4 have been 5 or below in the Revolution batting order. But Mikey Reynolds has 2 of York's 4 hits tonight, singled in the 1st and 3rd, scored in the 1st, stranded in the 3rd. Revs leadoff man steps in, came in batting .316, has raised that 10 points to .326 now with a 2 for 2 showing thus far tonight. And he takes a called strike from the righty Torres. 0-1 offering on the way. This one lifted fairly deep to left, but right at Crawford in front of the warning track. He's got the liner. So Mikey making good contact. 2 line singles tonight. 1 extra deadlift, and that one would have been off the wall. He'll get it next time. But he's 2 for 3 with the fly out to left field. So Wilson Valdez will bat with the bases empty and 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, the Camden Riversharks leading the homestanding York Revolution 2-1 tonight. In game 1 of a 3-game weekend set here in Camden's first visit to York this season. Back at it 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. We got a T-shirt giveaway presented by the law firm of Daly Anstein. At the gates, first 1,000 fans. And then the fireworks presented by Never Forgotten Barbecue to cap tomorrow night, which will probably be the best crowd of the 3-game series. Then we're here to wrap it up 5 p.m. on Sunday before the Revs head back out on the road. After a called strike, Wilson Valdez takes the 0-1 offering from Torres and lifts it into center. In comes Michael Rocket, and he makes the catch on a leisurely jog. So Torres with a 1-2-3 fifth, retiring the Revs quickly and in order. Darrell Henry returns in a moment for the top of the sixth with Camden on top, 2-1 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Is your home team stuck in the doldrums of summer? Does your family wake up calling every day a boring day? Well, step up to the plate and pull them out of that slump by calling in the big hitter. Maple Donuts. Here's the game plan. Wake up early before anyone else, sneak out of the house, and run down to the nearest Maple Donuts, where Charlie and his team are busy loading up the bases with 58 varieties of freshly made Maple Donut All-Stars. And what a lineup! Oh, so sweet glazed Maple Donuts. Sprinkles, always a fan favorite, both chocolate and vanilla, jelly-filled, cream-filled, chocolate peanut-covered, even peanut butter devil's food. Then round the corner and head for home with your big Baker's Dozen box of freshly picked winners. Your family will roll out of bed, stumble down the stairs, walk into a kitchen filled with that irresistible smell, and cheer you as they start their day the Maple Donuts way. So step up to the plate and bring them home, slugger. Maple Donuts, the perfect game plan for the perfect summer breakfast surprise. Maple Donuts taste right.
Stop by York Mitsubishi and check out the 2015 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. Available in both front-wheel and four-wheel drive. Buy for as low as $16,995 and get 0% financing for 72 months while inventory lasts in July. Every Mitsubishi Outlander Sport comes with our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Located on Roosevelt Avenue, just off Route 30 in York.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the sixth, the 2-1 Camden lead. Tyrell Harris will stay on. Ryan Strebe leading off the inning takes down low for ball one. Harris a 1-2-3 fifth inning. And staying on for the sixth, the Revs having to go to their bullpen in the fourth tonight. The 1-0, and that misses low. Matt Neal, apparently a blister, some sort of issue of that nature with his pitching hand. The 2-0, and there's a fastball strike, outside corner. And that is a very difficult thing for a pitcher. The 2-1, and a swing and a tap foul behind the plate. And hopefully that's all it was. Paredes getting the 3 outs in the fourth. Neal was charged with both runs, 3+ innings, 2 runs. And Harris on for his second inning of relief. He kicks, steals, and it misses away, 3-2. Harris 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA and 7 outings coming in. A wind, the payoff pitch, and a foul tip back into the netting. Just from the size of the hitters, Strebe reminds me of John Griffin because they're both 6'5", 6'6". Strebe was with Long Island a couple of years ago. But acquired by Camden for catcher Jose Morales last year. Here's a swing and a cue foul. And Strebe just got a piece, checking the end of his bat to make sure a chip of wood didn't fly off. And he's listed at 6'5", Griffin at 6'6", but before Griffin this year, Strebe was that big right-hand hitter in Long Island's order. A full count it remains, and Harris kicks and fires, and a swing and a foul back again. In the fourth inning, a particularly damaging at bat was Michael Rocket, who fouled off pitch after pitch and eventually came through with the go-ahead hit. Another 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Harris strikes him out on the slider. And the leadoff man retired to start the sixth. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down here in the top of the sixth. Mike Costanzo, the batter. And the first offering from Harris is down and away. This is the first time this season that he's gone more than an inning with the Revs. He's signed with York during the All-Star break. He had been with Grand Prairie of the American Association to start the year. A 1-0 and a swing and a miss. Good slider. Former Cubs prospect. And Braves. Harris was with both organizations previously. 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Another good slider. I have an update on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here momentarily. Pitch and it misses up high, 2-2. Ian Thomas making his first major league start tonight for the Dodgers in New York. 2-2. And a swing and a tap foul behind home plate. The Dodgers and Thomas with a 6-0 lead in the fourth inning. Yasiel Puig has hit a home run. Thomas threw 3 scoreless thus far. No walks and 4 strikeouts. 2-2 again. Called third strike. Fastball at 92 on the outside corner. Costanzo with verbiage for Buzz Albert before heading off toward their dugout. And Harris has struck out his first 2 here in the sixth. Thomas has given up 2 hits in 3 innings. Again, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Here's Joel Guzman, a single and a sac fly tonight. And he swings and fouls the first one off up over the roof on the right side. Ian Thomas starting in place of Zach Greinke tonight, who's on the paternity leave list. A wide in the 0-1. And it misses up and in. We get to our York Mitsubishi Atlantic League scoreboard update here this inning as well. A 1-1. Swung on and hit a ton in left field and gone. Joel Guzman with a rocket over the arch nemesis in left. And Camden adds to the lead, 3-1 here in the sixth. A no-doubter for Guzman, who will take his time around the bases and enjoy it. Sixth home run of the year. It looked like a slider down that he was almost sitting on. Stayed back on it, and it took off like a rocket. So now a 3-1 game, and Guzman's driven in 2. Here's Jose Hill, who looks at a fastball strike. It's the first home run that Harris has given up with York. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a foul back, and out of play. Revs have been hurt by the long ball, especially at home this season. 63rd home run given up, 38th at home. There's a slider that tails just outside, 1-2. Well, Guzman swings hard. in case he hits it. And when he connects, it can really go. That ends a scoreless streak of 5 straight outings for Harris. 6 2/3 innings. Here's a poke foul on the ground down the first base side. 5 scoreless innings and just 1 hit in his last 5 appearances, and then he had retired his first 5 tonight. So over the last 6 outings, 6 2/3 scoreless until that home run given up. Just his second hit allowed on that stretch. We'll try it again on 1-2. And misses inside. He started to walk off, but didn't get it. Heel, a fly out to left, and a single tonight. Now the 2-2 pitch, and a ground ball bounced to short, and Valdez charging up, cradles it in, throws it across for the out, and the inning's over. But Joel Guzman with a home run blasted over the arch nemesis in left. A solo shot adds to the lead for Camden. 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Revolution! Woo! The Cowboy Monkeys are back at Santander Stadium, August 11th. Revolution Baseball is better than ever. 2015 brings incredible entertainment, amazing giveaways, and of course, fireworks. The world-famous Cowboy Monkey Rodeo is back August 11th, performing between innings and post-game. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Revolution!
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Three to 1, the lead for Camden. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Paul told me that on the Mets television broadcast tonight, they gave the Revs a shout-out. Gary Cohen did, and Ron Darling, the analyst, along with Keith Hernandez, gave the coaching staff in York a lot of credit for developing Thomas's changeup. Credited the Revs coaching staff on TV in New York as Eric Patterson looks at a strike from Wes Torres. Well, I was a fan of the Mets TV broadcast even before I had heard that, but it's pretty neat and accurate. They certainly did their research as Torres delivers a strike. It's 0-2 on Patterson. He's got the RBI for the Revs tonight. 1 for 2, a first inning single. 0-2. And it just missed up and away. Torres has really settled into a groove. He had thrown 23 pitches to the first 4 hitters. He deals, and it's fouled back into the net. He's thrown 57 pitches to the 16 hitters since. He's given up just 2 hits since the first, after allowing a run on 2 hits in the first. Another 1-2, and he misses high and away. He's retired 9 of his last 10. 14 of his last 16. Pitch to Patterson is just off the plate away. That was close. It's a 3-2 count. Patterson, Boggs, and Pounds due up here in the 6th inning. And Torres delivers. And a swing and a pop-up straight foul and way back out of play. It'll be a rooftop landing. Patterson continuing to battle. Another 3-2. And he swings and got under it in right center. Guzman from right coming on. He'll call off the center fielder Rocket and makes the grab for out number 1. Well, Patterson, another lengthy at bat. He has really been grinding at the plate. This time flies out. Get back to our York Mitsubishi Atlantic League scoreboard. Here's Boggs, who's walked and grounded out. 3-1 Camden here in the bottom of the 6th. And Torres with the pitch. It's up high. Top of the 4th inning, Long Island is trailing at Bridgeport 1-0. Oh, never mind. They just scored 2. There's a ball up high. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-1, Long Island leading in the 4th in Bridgeport. As we had said, here's a swing and a high fly ball in center. Michael Rocket, right center field now, trots in and squeezes this one. 2 up, 2 down. Bottom of the 4th inning at TD Bank Ballpark, Somerset leads Southern Maryland 4-1. And just getting started in Texas, Lancaster and Sugar Land are scoreless in the 1st inning. Constellation Field, that's your York Mitsubishi Atlantic League scoreboard. Here's Brian Pounds, and a curveball from Torres hooks across for a strike. Torres has struck out his former teammate both times tonight. Revs got off to a very promising start, but have been silenced since. The 0-1, and a swing at a deep drive in left center. Back it goes, gone into the playground. Brian Pounds with another home run. Out into the playground in left center. And the Revs get one back, a 3-2 game here in the 6th. Pounds with a home run against his former team. His 7th of the year and 5th in about a week. 5th home run in his last 9 games. And here's Jacob Calderon. First pitch, a fastball. It's a called strike. Now a 1-run game again. And the 0-1 to Calderon. That misses high and away. Now the Revs needed a spark offensively. And Pounds just gave him one. A 1-1. Swung on, ripped, caught at first base. Ryan Strebe lays out. Almost landed on his wrist, but with the glove just above the dirt as he went down, he plucked it on the diving play to end the inning. But Brian Pounds with a home run to left center. It also makes a winner out of Stacy Heller-Fisher on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Stacy, congratulations. Stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience during normal business hours and claim your prize pack. Solo shot makes it a 3-2 game. Revs within a run again as we head to the 7th.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Savory's Funnel Cakes have brought their delicious funnel cakes from the York Fair to Santander Stadium. Be sure to visit their stand on the third base concourse near the hop corner, as they offer both regular and pumpkin funnel cakes. Also, be sure to check out Savory's Funnel Cake Eating Challenge played between innings during York Evolution home games. They also offer event catering. Give Savory's a call at 717-271-3485. That's 717-271-3485. Savory's Funnel Cakes, York's delicious delicacy for all to enjoy.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the seventh, a 3-2 game, and Michael Rocket was trying to hit one to Arch Street. Swings and misses. On his back leg with a big uppercut. Tyrell Harris stays in for a third inning. Or at least to begin the inning. Here's the 0-1. And that's down and away. He's been typically a one-inning guy and is viewed as a late-inning option for the Revs, but having to come in earlier tonight. Here's a swing and a fly ball in shallow center. Boggs hustling in. It's Reynolds who's out from second, and he snatches it. Backing up into shallow right center. Mikey puts it away for out number one. Our well-spanned sports medicine injury report tonight. Revs have activated Telvin Nash. That forearm, the swelling is gone. Had a huge BP today. And, of course, Anthony LaRue, Brad Bergeson, Ian Durham all out for the season on our well-spanned sports medicine injury report. Time called right as Harris was going to start his windup. A ball from Camden's bullpen got loose, and it went right between the feet of the third base coach, Pedro Swan, who had no idea. It went right between his feet where he's standing in the third base box. Here's Brandon Chavez, and Harris starts him with a fastball strike. Chavez 1 for 2 tonight. Single, a ground out, also a sac bunt. And the 0-1 misses away, a changeup. 3-2 our score. The team's trading solo home runs in the sixth inning. Joel Guzman over the arch nemesis. Brian Pounds into the playground in left center. 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Good changeup, and Chavez was way early. The Hilo, Hawaii native. Well, Harris kicks and delivers. And a fastball just missed. A little low, perhaps. And it bounced out of Paniagua's glove, which didn't help getting the call. To wonder if he held on to it, would they have given it to Harris. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He blew him away anyway. Fastball at 92. Harris with his fourth strikeout. And 2 away here in the top of the seventh. We'll bring up Evan Crawford. 2-hole hitter. Tonight a sac bunt, a ground out, and a strikeout. And Harris with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Crawford firing away at 93 and coming up empty. Well, the 0-1. Fastball, strike 2 on the outside corner. Harris approaching 50 pitches now. He's at 48. And he winds, fires, misses down and away. The Revs with Bo Vaughn up in their bullpen. Camden with right-hander Dan Blewett up in their bullpen. Revs down a run here in the 7th. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball struck him out. Got him up high, and it was in the catcher's mitt by the time Crawford swung. Tyrell Harris with high gas, 5 strikeouts in 3 innings, and a 1-2-3 frame in the 7th. 7th inning stretch tonight. It's the Sharks 3 and the Revs 2.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Looking for something cool to do this weekend? Looking for a different kind of family fun? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Get on the ice with your friends for Rock and Skate. The last Friday of each month. Every Wednesday is family night with free skate rentals for the whole family. And remember, the coolest place in town is also available for the coolest birthday party in town. For party package prices and public skating times, check out YorkSkate.com. Want to learn to skate? Want to suit up and learn how to play some hockey? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Learn to skate programs are now available for all ages, for every skating ability. Class levels range from beginner to freestyle, where you'll learn basic jumps, spins, and footwork. And skating rental is included. Or get on the ice for York Ice Arena hockey programs. Taught by Ice Arena coaches, boys and girls can learn proper techniques for the game. Rental equipment is available. Group skating lessons and beginner hockey programs are forming now. Plus, York City residents get a 50% discount. Register today. Go to YorkSkate.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Bottom half of the 7th, a 3-2 game. Right-hander Dan Blewett comes on out of the Camden bullpen. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Wes Torres goes 6. And Andres Perez to lead things off. Down a run here in the latter third of the game. And Blewett, the right-hander, delivers, and a fastball over the inside corner for a strike. Twilight here in York, a beautiful evening. The 0-1, and it bounced in front of the plate and skipped by. Perez 1 for 2, single to right center back in the 4th. Revs record 389th hit. Now Blewett with a 1-1 and a swing and a grounder foul, third base side. Torres, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He went 6 innings, 2 runs for the second straight start. 1 walk, it was in the first inning, 4 strikeouts. Did a nice job. 92 pitches, 55 strikes. Now Blewett out of the stretch. Comes set. A 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball gets Perez for the first out here in the 7th. And Nick Ferdinand up next. Blewett 0-4 with a 2.35 ERA in 29 outings. 1 save. 31 innings. That's his 37th strikeout compared to just 6 walks. He's only given up 1 home run all year. Here's Ferdinand, who's grounded out and fouled out. First pitch, fastball, it's a strike over the outer half. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Fastball up. Blewett's been around 91 miles an hour. And ahead of Ferdinand now, no balls and 2 strikes. Now he deals. And a swing and a ground ball to second. Right there is Matera. Gobbles it up, tosses it over to first. And that's out number 2. Now tomorrow night here at Santander Stadium, it's Christmas in July, featuring the Revs t-shirt giveaway presented by Dale E. Anstein to the first 1,000 fans. Also the custom hat auction and post-game fireworks presented by Never Forgotten Barbecue. Tickets on sale, YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS, and at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office. It's also bike night, pregame parade of chrome. Here's Paniagua, who looks at a first pitch strike. Fly out and a strikeout tonight for Paniagua. The pitch and a swing and a foul tip. Skips behind home plate. 0-2. Pitching has been a bugaboo for Camden. Revs trying to come back late in this game against them. Blewett's been pretty good, though. And they'll go to their top guys with the 1-run lead. 0-2, and it misses down and away. Matt Gorgon, their closer, has 17 saves. Now the stretch. There's the 1-2. Check swing on a pitch just off away. Waiting for an appeal, but I don't think there will be one. Paniagua's at bat continues, 2-2. I thought Buzz was going to ring him up. That was close. Now the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a floater foul back behind the York dugout. Lands about halfway up in the stands. Ready again. And the pitch swung on and drilled in right center field. Deep the other way, and it lands and 2 hops the wall. And Paniagua will roll in with a double. Nails it to the opposite field and finds the gap. And drills a 2-out double, and the tying run is in scoring position. And a good at-bat from Paniagua, who fouled off a couple and hung in. Had a close take for ball 2. And then sat back and drove one hard to the opposite field. A 2-out double, and here's Mikey Reynolds, who has swung the bat the best out of any hitter in the lineup tonight. 2 for 3, and his 1 out was hit hard. Runs scored in the first. First pitch is off the plate away. Paniagua with his 297th hit, all-time with York, 7th most in Revs history, as he approaches 300. Blewett the stretch. The 1-0. And a half swing. He went on a high fastball. And it helps out Blewett. A ball and a strike. Each team now with 6 hits on the night. Now Blewett to the belt. The 1-1. And it breaks down and away. A slider. 2 balls and a strike. Attendance announced tonight, 4,092. 40-92 this evening. Now Blue at the stretch. And the 2-1 fastball, strike called at the bottom of the zone. And that evens things up. Blewett, who began his career in the Frontier League and now in his second year with Camden. Six-foot righty, and time asked for as he and Heel go through all the signs with a runner at second base. Outfield fairly shallow with the tying run at second. The 2-2, and it's in the dirt and deflects away. Paniagua will move up all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch, and now a base hit would certainly tie it. Paniagua at third base, a full count to Mikey. Revs down 3-2 here in the 7th. Paniagua's 2-out double kept the inning alive. Now advances to third. And Mikey has worked it full. And blew it into his stretch. The 3-2 swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball to end the inning. And Dan Blewett with a scoreless bottom of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. We go to the 8th tonight. Camden still in front, 3-2.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Revs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. With a full spectrum of care, including sports nutrition, concussion management, orthopedic surgery, and physical therapy, our winning team can help you prevent an injury or treat one. For immediate care, call 1-877-482-5420. or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee, or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 8th, still a 3-2 Camden lead. Bo Vaughn takes over. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Bo has pitched very well of late. He'll look to keep this a 1-run score. Camden still has to get through the heart of the York lineup once more. Patty Matera leading off for Camden and takes a strike. Matera 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-1. And a slider, check swing, and a foul back against the net. Many don't realize, but Bo actually began his Atlantic League career with Camden late in 2010. It's listed online as William Vaughn, so doesn't match up with the rest of his stats as Bo, he delivers, and it breaks outside, 1-2. I guess Camden at the time had put him on the roster as William, so that's what was entered every time. A 1-2. And a swing and a bouncer to third. Pounds backs up, plays the hop neatly, and fires across to Hose Matera. One away here in the 8th. A 2-hopper, and Pounds had to read it, and did so flawlessly. Camden with right-hander Rob Bryson up in their bullpen now. And they'll try to get it to Gorgon in the 9th. Here's Carlos Guzman, who has a gnat in his eye. He takes a moment and now steps in from the left. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run tonight. First pitch is down and away. It's really a shame that we didn't get to see what Matt Neal could have done over a full start tonight. His first 3 innings scoreless, but then that blister, I assume it was, bothering him in the 4th. Here's a fly ball in center. Boggs doesn't see it. Backing up, and it lands off to his right. And Guzman is into second standing. And it's going to have to be a double. And the shame of it is, Boggs wasn't that far away. It was straight away center, but at this time of night, hit so high that he couldn't see it in the twilight and had no idea where it was. They were trying to give him a heads up. But when you can't see it, that only helps so much. Here's Ryan Strebe, and now as a result, Camden with an insurance run in scoring position. Strebe 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, a walk and a run. And Bo with the pitch. That is over for a called strike. Now Neal, who had that problem come up in the 4th inning, ended up charged with 2 walks to begin that inning. Both scored, and it's a shame. The Revs trailing by 1 run now. Those are the only 2 runs that he gave up. Now the 0-1, and it misses a tad low. An important spot here to try to keep this a 1-run game. The Revs will be facing Camden's top late inning arms. Pitch down and away, and now 2 balls and a strike. Our Girl Scout on-field sleepover tonight, so the stadium will have inhabitants all night. There's a pitch outside, 3-1. Now the stretch, the 3-1, and he missed down low. So a walk following the Lost in the Sky double. And Camden with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Mike Costanzo coming up. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, the Dodgers a 6-1 lead in New York against the Mets. Ian Thomas done after 5 innings. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. And through his first 4 innings, faced 1 over the minimum. Here's Costanzo, who takes down low. He's 0 for 3 tonight, 2 flyouts and then a strikeout. And Bo will take a stroll behind the mound and try to regroup. Ball 1 following the walk. Overall, Bo at 1-1, a 4.38 ERA in 24 games coming in. He deals, and a foul tip back into the netting. 1 ball, 1 strike. Every time there's a foul ball at Campbell's Field, Mike Costanzo's insurance agency ad plays. When there's a foul ball here, we play a fart. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good changeup from Bo. Costanzo was gassed by the PA system and then the pitch. Although not really. It was a changeup, but it was the 1-2. And a ground ball right side. Mikey to his left. Pivoted, trying to go back to short. Couldn't get a grip, and his only play is to first. They do record the second out of the inning, making the short throw over to first base. Both runners move up. And you probably don't have any chance to turn 2 on that one anyway. The only thing that you could have done was get one of the leading runners. But a tough play to do that. All of his momentum going the other way. 2 down, and here is Joel Guzman, who crushed a home run in the 6th inning for an insurance run, also a sac fly in the 4th inning, and a single in the 2nd inning. On the first pitch, a called strike. Inside corner, he turns and stomps off. Not overly pleased. Revs answered Guzman's homer with Pound's home run in the bottom of the 6th. Pulling back within a run at 3-2. The 0-1. And a bouncer off the plate. Pounds to his left. Cuts it off. Has time and fires to first. Inning over. Bo got Guzman to hit right on top of it. And strands 2 in scoring possession. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Had to do a little work coming back after that double that was lost in the twilight, but no damage done. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 3-2 Camden lead.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Revolution! Woo! The Cowboy Monkeys are back at Santander Stadium, August 11th. Revolution Baseball is better than ever. 2015 brings incredible entertainment, amazing giveaways, and of course, fireworks. The world-famous Cowboy Monkey Rodeo is back August 11th, performing between innings and post-game. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Revolution!
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, Revs trail 3-2. And right-hander Rob Bryson will come on for Camden. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. The Valdez, Patterson, and Boggs due up. Camden will have to get through the heart of the Revs order one more time tonight. Valdez hitless in 3 at-bats. Will look to be the table setter here in the 8th. Bryson 1-0 with a 2.12 ERA, lowest on their staff in 31 outings. And he'll work out of the stretch. First offering is upstairs. Opponents have hit just 208 against Bryson. 34 innings, 27 hits. 9 walks, 40 strikeouts. Well, the 1-0, Valdez bluffs a bunt, pulls it back, and it's in the zone for a strike. Camden, 3 runs on 7 hits. The Revs with 2 runs on 6 hits. 1-1. And a swing and a drive in right center field. They were shallow. Guzman back, and it's over his head. And back to the base of the fence. Valdez heading for third. And he's in with a stand-up triple. Wilson Valdez triples over the outfielders' heads in right center. And the tying run at third base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. They were playing him shallow with Rocket in center, Guzman in right. Neither of them could get to it. And it sailed way over Guzman's head and back to the wall. Valdez with his second triple of the year. And they'll bring the infield in with Eric Patterson, the hitter. Tonight, 1 for 3, RBI single in the first. That opened the scoring. Revs down a run now. First pitch is a called strike. Outside corner. Just the 28th hit in 34 innings off Bryson. Valdez driving it deep the other way. Here's the stretch, the 0-1. And a swing and a miss on a fastball at 91. Might have had some late movement as well. Bryson went right at him. No balls, 2 strikes. All 4 infielders are up. And Patterson will try to battle back. Bryson looks in, nods yes. And the 0-2 swung on. He fouls it off to the third base side. Spoils that one. Bryson was in the All-Star game this season. Been at AA and AAA with the Indians a couple of years back. Did not play last year. Now he's ready. Another 0-2. And a swing and a foul back on a high fastball. Patterson got up to it and fouled it off. Bryson, 27 years old, 6'1" righty from Newark, Delaware. And hunched over, staring in. And now he straightens up, sets the hands. Another 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Fastball in, tied up Patterson. And one away here in the bottom of the 8th. Looked like it had some late cut to it as well. Well, 1 down, and Brandon Boggs to the plate. Tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. And the infield, of course, will remain in. Bryson trying to hold a 1-run lead. He deals. And a swing and a pop foul out of play. Third base side. Good crowd tonight. The third base side of the stadium is pretty full. Bryson leans in and looks. He's set. And the 0-1. Oh, a high strike call on Boggs. I didn't say anything about it. 0-2. A little bit above the belt. I suppose it wasn't egregious. But Bryson's gotten ahead of each of the last two hitters now. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Boggs. Swung on, he fights it off. Fastball away. He reached and fouled it back against the net. He's trying to get it to the outfield somewhere. If Boggs is unable to do so, it'll fall on the shoulders of Brian Pounds with 2 outs. Bryson ready. And back to the plate. And a swing and a high fly ball in right. Valdez will tag up. Guzman's coming in. Shallow right field. Catch is made. And Valdez unable to score from there. Guzman fires a one-hopper to the plate. And now they're going to have to try to do it with 2 outs. On a fly ball to shallow right. 2 down in the 8th. Here's Brian Pounds, who tonight is 1 for 3, homered in the 6th. His 5th in the last 9 games. Trying to get Valdez home from 3rd with 2 outs in the inning. Home run gave him 13 RBIs in the last 10 games. First pitch, swung on and missed. On a fastball away. Revs are in danger of wasting a leadoff triple for the 2nd time this week. It happened to them in the 9th inning at Long Island Monday night in a 1-run loss. Now Bryson ready. And the 0-1. Swung on, ripped, foul down the line in left. Pounds was out in front. A missile hit into the corner, but he was early on it. And it's 0-2. After the leadoff triple, Bryson has gotten ahead of all 3 hitters, 0-2. Now into his stretch. And deals. Missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pounds eyeing it up as he climbs back in the box. Now the 1-2. Swung on, a line drive, base hit to left. Valdez in to score, and Brian Pounds delivers again. A game-tying RBI single to left. It's a 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 8th. Pounds pounds another one. His 14th RBI in his last 10 games. And 2nd tonight. Behind in the count, and everybody can exhale. He comes through with the 2-out, 2-strike hit. Valdez was applauding his hands, clapping as he ran home. Here's Jacob Calderon, and a big swing and a miss as he goes after the first one. Now the leadoff triple does come in. Bryson had gotten the 2 lefties, but couldn't finish off Pounds, even though he had gotten ahead of him too. Pounds has been locked in. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Stays away from Calderon, who was looking for something in his wheelhouse. No balls, 2 strikes. for 3 tonight with a line out. Bryson ready. And the 0-2, Pounds running. It's outside. Heel the throw to second, and Pounds is in! And Chavez can't believe it. Heel threw his hands up. Chris Widger's coming out, running across to argue with Chris Carroll, who called safe. Pounds dove to the back of the bag. The throw beat him. The question is, could Chavez get the tag on his arm before the hand got in? That's close. I think he may have gotten him on the elbow. But Pounds ends up with the steal, his 6th of the year. Widger clutching his hat like he wanted to rip it apart. Couldn't believe it. And as he walked away from the explanation, making his way back to the Camden dugout. So now a base hit could give York the lead as Pounds gets himself into scoring position. A 1-2 count to Calderon. And Bryson looks in. He's ready. And deals. And a swing and a fly ball. Shallow right. Guzman is in. And he squeezes it. And that'll end the inning. Let the Revs tie it up. Wilson Valdez, the leadoff triple. It took until there were 2 outs, but Brian Pounds came through in the clutch. The game-tying RBI single, a run on 2 hits and 1 left. And we go to the 9th. It's 3-3.
Remember when the goal was to see how fast you could run home from school? Play 99 straight innings of wiffle ball? Or jump up onto anything? At WellSpan Health, we think making time to play is still a great goal. Being healthy is how you get there. And just in case your grown-up body can't keep up with your inner child, WellSpan Orthopedics walk-in injury care is there to help with a team specially trained in treating sprains, strains, and broken bones. If you have a WellSpan primary care physician, your visit is added to your electronic health record so your doctor may coordinate any follow-up care. You never need an appointment. And both our Apple Hill location in York and our new Hanover Orthopedics location are open evenings and weekends. You can get all the details about orthopedic walk-in injury care at wellspan.org/injury. At WellSpan Health, it's our goal to help you get healthy and stay healthy, no matter how old you are or how young you feel.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 9th, tied at 3. Revs have battled back. Stephen Penny will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as he makes his team record 199th appearance in a Revs uniform. Jose Heel will lead things off. Camden with right-hander Michael Click loosening. Heel 1 for 3 on the night. Out of the 8th spot in their order. And Penny's first pitch misses down low. Penny comes in 2-2, a 3.34 ERA in 34 outings. The 1-0. And that's over for a strike, belt high. Heel rolled his eyes. He didn't agree with it. Penny, who leads the Revs all time in appearances, also leads them this season in games pitched. Tonight is 35th. The 1-1. And a fastball in for a strike. And ahead in the count. The Hill, Rocket, and Chavez here in the 9th inning. Camden actually has 2 different relievers throwing, and the other one might be Matt Gorgon in case they were to take a lead. Here's the 1-2, and it misses down low. Now in agreement with Paniagua, the 2-2, and a foul tip. Got a piece of Paniagua and deflected back. Revs scored a first inning run tonight quickly. Camden then took the lead with 2 in the 4th when Neal had to exit with an apparent finger issue. It was 3-1 Camden in the 6th. The pitch, that's down and away, a full count. They had built it to 3-1 on Guzman's homer, but the Revs, with a Pounds homer in the 6th and a Pounds RBI single in the 8th, tying it up at 3. Now Penny ready. Payoff pitch, swung on, grounded off Penny's leg, deflects to first. He picks up underhands and got him. What a great recovery for the first out of the inning. Stephen Penny putting on a PFP's clinic right there. A kick save over toward first and a beauty. But Mason Chong are going to come out and make sure he's okay. And you should have seen the finish. He chased it toward first. Perez stayed at the bag. Penny got to it, didn't panic. He underhanded it as he dove toward first and fell into a somersault. And assuming he's okay, the guys in the dugout, Rami and Fletch in particular, are just about bursting with laughter as it ricocheted off his leg, and he'll take a couple of warm-ups and make sure he's good. The style points, though, at the end of that, maybe worth the price of admission tonight. And he says he's good. That was the important thing. Didn't want to make too much light of it till we knew he was good, but that was a thing of beauty right there. One down here in the 9th. Here's Michael Rocket, who tonight is 2 for 3 with an RBI double in the 4th that had put Camden on top at the time. First pitch, a breaking ball, just missed. I assume that was the splitter. It looked more like a slider, but Penny throws a split. Had some tail to it, though. Next one's a fastball strike on the outside corner. And back with that heater at 90. A ball and a strike. A 1-1. Swung on and popped foul. Perez will give it a look from first, but back into the crowd. And now 1-2. Brandon Chavez at the top of the order on deck. And Penny nods yes. Ready to go, the 1-2. Splitter just missed away. Ready once more, delivers, and jammed him. Punched on the right side. Penny's got a cover. Perez backhands and flipped to Steven covering. And those two team up for the second out in reverse fashion. And an excellent job getting to the bag. He really tied up Rocket, who thumbed one on the ground, and Perez came away from first to backhand, had a long flip to Penny, who hustled over, sore shin and all, and was there and gave Perez a good target, who led him on the flip. 2 down, we go to the top of the order, and Brandon Chavez, who's 1 for 3, also with a sack bunt. And the first pitch, fastball, it's a called strike at 89. Penny, a little jump on that fastball tonight. Even on the night where he took one off the leg. And the 0-1, and a splitter just missed. And again, it broke like a curve, but some nasty downward bite to it. It's got good stuff tonight. The 1-1, swinging a bouncing ball, hit softly to first. Perez gloves it right along the bag and steps on first to end the inning. A very active area over there by first base, and a 1-2-3 top of the ninth for Big Pen. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Revs will try to win it. It's a 3-3 score.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to take that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Asics, New Balance, Wilson, and K-Swiss in widths that fit. And the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines ready to help with your selection. Tennis, it's a whole new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I just got into veterinary school.
And I'm Jeremy when he was in the 5th grade.
That's when my parents enrolled me in Connections Academy.
And when we got my puppy Champ, and I started dreaming of being a vet.
They said at Connections Academy I'd have an even brighter future. I had great teachers and classes that really prepared me for college success.
I guess my hard work paid off for you.
Sure did. For all of us. Right, Champ?
Connections Academy, the tuition-free online public school for grades K through 12. Visit connectionsacademy.com.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the ninth inning, 3-3 our score. Right-hander Michael Click will come on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Andres Perez, who had a busy top of the ninth inning at first base, will lead off. He is 1 for 3. Perez with one of the Revs walk-off winners back on June 28th. Against Bridgeport, the Revs have 5 of them this season. And Click out of the stretch. Delivers home, and it's a fastball for a strike. Overhand righty. 3-0 with a 2.70 ERA in 36 outings this season. Another one of their top late-inning options. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss, a high cutter. The 0-2, and that misses in the dirt. Be Perez, Ferdinand, and Paniagua here in the bottom of the ninth. Revs tied it last inning on the 2-out RBI hit by Brian Pounds. Scoring Valdez, who had the leadoff triple. Now Click ready. And the 1-2. Fastball up and away, just missed. And a good eye. That was close. Trying to get on here any way he can and put the pressure on them. Revs have Josh Judy getting ready now. Should it go extra innings? The 2-2 swung on and ripped foul the other way. Down into the Revs bullpen. A one hopped off one of the chairs. The stretch and the pitch and a swing and a bounce foul into the front row to the left of the screen. And Perez continues to scrap. Revs are trying to win a third straight at home. Another pitch on the way, and a swing and a deep drive! Watch this one go! Way, way out of here! Andres Perez ends the night! A walk-off home run hit deep over the arch nemesis in left. A no-doubter, and they're waiting for him at the plate. And the mob scene is on around Dre, who's got the walk-off winner again. He runs away from the Gatorade jug. Patterson missed him, but he did not miss that pitch one iota. Clobbered it high and deep into the York night. Whoa, what a shot to win it. A leadoff, walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth. I cannot believe how far he hit that ball. That was an absolute missile. And Perez with the walk-off home run. The Revs with a 4-3 win in the bottom of the ninth tonight. What a way to start the weekend here at Santander Stadium. Catch your breath if you can. Their sixth walk-off win of the year, their third straight home win. Two of them have come in walk-off fashion. And after tying it with 2 outs in the 8th, 2 at-bats later, beginning the 9th, Andres Perez loses one way into North York. And I mean loses one in the best way possible. That ball, good luck finding it. I cannot believe how that thing left his bat. It's like he hit a golf ball. Wow. And the cloud of smoke still hanging over the field from Cannonball's blast in right, queued up by one heck of a blast from Dre. Colin Snyder from the York Daily Records got him down by the dugout for a post-game interview. And he is your Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins player of the game tonight. Andres Perez, the walk-off home run to win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. That thing was hit so high and so far, and it just looked like a meteor coming down way on the other side of the arch nemesis. I mean, there was zero doubt to it. And the celebration was on as they all came streaming out to home plate. And he stood there and watched it and savored it. He knew it. And that's one of those If you're a hitter, you want to stop and admire your work for a moment.